What's up? I'm Marie and welcome to my channel. I'm currently in the Austrian Alps, staying at my partner's family house, waiting until we finally go to Rome, where I am moving to. When I'm here, I always take the opportunity to film a little bit near the river because it's beautiful and I get to go outside and walk, especially when it's sunny. I love it. I'm trying to look for a place where I can sit to talk to you guys. Somewhere where not so many people pass, but where the river is also not so loud. Because I'm still a bit shy talking to the camera in front of people. I don't know why. I don't think I am generally a very shy person, but there's something about talking to a camera that, I don't know. I have no theories. I don't know. This is a place I like, but usually this is covered by bushes and leaves, and now it's quite exposed. But oh well. I think it's the best we can do. Let's go. So, okay, here is a good place to talk a little bit, I think. When I finished my PhD in 2020, I decided to not pursue a postdoc, which would be the normal thing you would do if you wanted to pursue a career in academia as a researcher. And I decided against it because I thought that, well, I actually think I prefer being a science communicator. I did it because I liked it and because I think it's really important and the world doesn't have enough of them. I didn't continue on with the postdoc and decided to try to integrate research projects to share what they do, develop skills, because I do not have an education in science communication. I have an education in marine biology. As a researcher, I decided I wanted to do my own thing. Hopefully one day I'll be able to combine research and science communication. This would be my ultimate dream job, to be able to do both. I'm working towards that. Not there yet. Now I'm trying to get better at science communicating. Communicating science. Well, I don't know. Even though I love what I do, I love making videos, I love talking to researchers, it's not all butterflies and rainbows. Sometimes it can be lonely. There's two main reasons for why I think I specifically feel lonely in this field. Well, the first one is quite obvious. I work alone from home. I'm a bit of a social butterfly. I like having a talk while I work, like having a coffee break with colleagues. These were all things I loved when I was working in a team. And these are all things I miss now that I'm not and I'm working from home. Even though I am working on a project with a lot of partners, with a lot of people called Resources. I have a video about this if you want to watch it. And we do talk fairly awesome. We talk fairly awesome. We talk fairly regularly. But you know, I still work from home. It's not the same as having your team all the time, having a workplace where you go and you know you're always gonna have these people there that you can build relationships with. It's a bit different. It feels like I'm dramatizing a bit. I don't feel lonely in my life, but when I work, it can be a bit isolating, especially when I work from home. I know a lot of people love it. I kind of would wish I had a mix, like half-half. I like working sometimes from home, but after years of doing that, I also wish I had an office and more people and colleagues to talk to. Yeah, but the other reason why I kind of feel lonely or why I think me and most science communicators sometimes feel like they don't have support is because there is no clear career path. There's also no support from most research institutions. And I always say this, it's changing, and I think that's fantastic and great. But it's not changing fast enough so that I don't feel it. Science communication is basically communicating science. What I do here on my channel can be considered science communication. Making videos, explaining projects, explaining the science, or talking to people, making presentations, posting content on social media. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. This is all science communication. So it's a variety of activities that share the science from inside the science sphere to outside the science sphere, which obviously I think is very important. And on paper, most people think it's important, but that at institutional level is something that is really not pushed for. And it's really not something that there's much support for either. Financially, I'm not even going to talk about that because That's another that's another whole other video. And even like moral support, it depends on who you talk to. Some people still think it's a waste of time. I don't understand. T, not having the structures to help you on your career, it can make you feel a bit lonely, especially if you don't have a team. When I decided to do science communication, I had no one around me that I could look up to or ask for advice because no one had ever done it. So I felt kind of floating around. I still feel like I'm kind of floating around. I don't really know what I am doing. And when I talk to other people who want to do science communication, everyone is kind of in the same boat. I did have role models on social media, people that I followed on social media who did fantastic science communication and who are awesome researchers. And I've realized that those people who I thought had everything figured out also don't. They are also struggling with the same issues, and it's really good to talk to other people who feel that way. And that's why I decided to make this video too, because I think that a lot of people now are deciding to leave their old jobs and want to create their own thing and are starting to think about, you know, carving their own path. Wow, I know this sounds very poetic, but you understand what I mean. And it's not going to be easy because it's something that you're creating for yourself. So it's going to be hard work and there will be a lot of lows, and that's fine. That's part of it. It really is like walking through a maze and hitting walls. I think that's what it is. I do expect that at some point I will reach the end of the maze, but until then I will hit a lot of walls and go back. That's what happens when you're trying to figure out a path for the first time. It's kind of fine, but when you hit the walls, sometimes it sucks. I love what I do, otherwise I wouldn't do it. And I still continue doing it because I still prefer doing it than something else. So I don't want you to pity me or anything. I have a choice to not do what I am doing, by the way. I decided to be in this position. So if I decide to stay in this position, it's because I want to and because I'm happy with it. I get to film this outside. So no need for feeling bad for me, okay? Really, I don't want you to feel bad for me because I don't feel bad for me. I feel good for me. But not everything is rainbows and roses, and I think it's important that people realize that. And I think it's important that even people on social media who seem like they have everything figured out, they don't. I mean, everyone knows that by this point, but it's still good to remind oneself. And hopefully academia as a whole and research will move in the direction of having more science communication because it's so important. It's just like, go science communication. I feel like I should be a cheerleader for science communication. I am, metaphorically. I mean, I guess my message is if you do want to do science communication or do something completely new for which there is no clear career path, be aware that there will be tough times. You might feel lonely. And that is okay. It's in those moments that you really realize whether this really is something for you or not, I think. Because the only reason why I'm still doing this is because I really think it is the right thing for me. I think this is my place in the world. I think this is what I want to do and the legacy I want to leave here. And so when I have those down moments, I persevere because I am sure of what I am doing. And if you want to do science communication, do it. Please do it. We need it. Is someone still watching? Hello. Put an emoji down in the comments if you're still watching. I've been wanting to do videos more like this in which I just kind of talk about random thoughts related to what I do and my science communication journey. And I never do because I think no one will ever watch them until the end, or no one will ever watch them, period. But let me know if you're watching down below. My ass is wet because I am sitting on a wet rock, so I'm not sure why I'm surprised about that, but it's time to go. I love this place so much, look. How beautiful is this? What do you think about hiking, snorkeling, diving, chilling at the beach, and just having a blast? If that sounds good, then considering joining me in my trip to Indonesia in June this year. You can find more information on this trip and how to book in the link down below, because it's gonna be awesome. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, and thank you to all my patrons over on Patreon.